Awakened Void Manipulation. I think that's actually the one I... How... Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yes. But we're gonna have to go back to crafting this one. So, sorry, buddy. We're gonna put you back. So, we're back to... Back to this again. Oh, look. Wicked Paul legitimately rolled the next one. This game... This game really wants me to, like, lose my shit. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing a little bit better. Uh, Hopefully you guys are enjoying the little temp leagues that we're having, the private leagues. Nice little morsel to keep, you know, maybe more of a carrot on a stick to kind of keep us looking forward to 3.26. Uh, I'm not holding my breath. I can't do that anyway, but not holding my breath for 326. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy a little bit of a reset economy and a very, very small economy. I joined the Pohx League. I think a majority of people joined this league in particular. Decided to do Poisonous Concoction of Bouncing. I did it on a Trickster. Try to formulate an early game version of it with the transition into Frenzy Charge Stacker later. More of a solo self-found idea because not everything's going to be available. So I just went about it my own way. We'll do a quick overview of what I've been doing. Hopefully I have a few clips at the beginning. I'm making this part of the video before I go looking for clips to throw at the intro. Hopefully there was something there that was entertaining, but let me go through the build real quick. I'll show you the POB, which really I'm not going to put the POB up unless anybody wants it. There's no real reason because it's just poison bouncing. People know this build. I will put my link to the PoE Ninja that you're more than welcome to go take a look at. Otherwise, let's get down to brass tacks, so to speak. I'm sitting on just over 308 dexterity. That is important for the Dendrobate. We're using a Dendrobate with this one happened to roll 100% increase. I'm using a Circle of Nostalgia. This gives us extra cast damage, and the main reason is to also get ourselves cast resistance. Using the Fury Valve for an extra couple bounces on Poisonous Concoction. And Leper's Alms, the 40% duration is a massive, massive multiplier. It's a huge damage boost. So this is a great idea or great early item for anybody that wants to do this is on the cheap. With the exception of this being 6-linked, there's nothing expensive in this part of the build at all. Helm, I crafted it myself. It's not the best, but this accuracy on here and the accuracy on the gloves allows me to drop precision, and I was able to squeeze in malevolence instead. Kind of squishy at the moment. Again, I want to transition into the Frenzy Charge Stacker. That's not happening until I can get Ralakesh boots. That's the only thing that's stopping me from doing the Frenzy Charge Stacker. Otherwise, pretty generic gear all around. Nothing's over the top, extraordinary or anything like that. The tree is pretty basic. This is exactly what you would expect from a non-stacker, non-charge stacker. You don't need to take any of that stuff. You just need to take pure damage, and this here is a Lethal Pride. This helps us with the strength. You're going to need it. This is a good spot for it early on. Eventually, you're going to want to move this to another spot somewhere, preferably something like here. You don't want to put it here because you'll lose Ghost Dance. You don't want to do that. So this is about the only place you're going to be able to put it. It'll get you your strength. You can get strength in other places as well just to help out, because that's going to be the hardest thing to make up out of all the stats. But yeah, the jewel sockets, we got chaos damage for the big cluster, This one only has Unholy Grace and Wicked Paw. You can always put in Unwavering Stance, I think it's called. There's another one that you could throw in here as well. If you stack mana, or if you're using a lot of mana, there's a I can't remember the name of it, but there's a couple of chaos related skills. Just don't get anything that's a spell because it's an attack. Another thing that would work really well in this build that is extremely expensive and probably doesn't even exist in this league would be an escapable whatever, the jewel, the inescapable something, with perfect agony. That way you could take the fatal toxins, you could take careful conservationalist, and multi shot, and you wouldn't have to take all these extra nodes, which would allow you to increase the build potential. Um, Once you have the frenzy charge stacking, you would drop basically the entirety of this upper portion of the tree, and you'd come down here, and you would take more defensive layers as well, and then your frenzy charge, and then your disciple of the slaughter. Um, you would also change your anoint. Currently, the anoint we're using is Toxic Strikes. That's on our Fury Valve. When you switch over to the stacker, you're going to use Replica Badge of the Brotherhood, and you're going to want to put in uh, Whispers of Doom. This way, you can consistently keep up Temporal Chains and Spare. So, uh, I'm gonna do a quick. I don't think there's anything else I really need to showcase. The build's fun. It's always going to be fun until they either nerf Poisonous Concoction or something about the build just dies. Um, I think any kind of charge stacking is going to die if they ever nerf Ralakesh again. I think Ralakesh just needs to be relegated to tier 0. I don't even think it's tier 0 right now. I think it's a tier 1 unique. If they make it another like tier 0 Mage Blood level thing, sure. Uh, there's a lot of builds, this one in particular, that can work without frenzy stacking, uh, because of the potential of scaling damage over time and what have you for poisons. Um, but it's a good like end game goal for like a high end version of this. Real quick, let me switch over to the third monitor and I'll take a look at this. This is what I have so far. Um, my skills, I do actually have all awakened. Two of these I was able to buy, and the first awakened gem I actually had drop was this void manipulation. I actually have a clip. Hopefully, you guys got to see it at the beginning. But you can just use regular standard. There's all sorts of kind of wonkiness that I need to get away from. Withering Step is connected to automation right now. Not sure if that's really a good idea because you kind of want to have control over that. So don't do that. Shield charge, faster attacks. We got Vol haste just for the Vol haste portion of it. It's not enabled. That way you can get more realistic damage out of this. We got your. This is the all your auras. Here is a Stormbrand with Hex Touch, Despair, and Temp Chains. I found this to be the least clunkiest to keep those up, and it works. In the configuration, I've only put it at 8 stacks of Wither. I don't want to go overboard with this because there's a possibility you're not gonna have 15 stacks because we don't have a consistent way of doing it. Wither happens from Poisonous Concoction, a 20% chance on hit, and then we have the node on the tree that gives us like a 5% chance that if you were to put Wither on, it could actually just do the full 15 stacks. It's unfortunate, but there's no real way to get Wither on a consistent basis without it being extremely expensive. From like, I believe what is it, the Cortex, or I forgot the jewel, where the jewel comes from, Sanctum, the Sanctum jewel. There's not a consistent way to get Wither, so unless you're gonna go do Ranger and Pathfinder, I think it is, you're just not gonna get that. Ranger is the better version of this. I will say that hands down. It may not be as tanky in the long run as Trickster, but it will be higher damage and easier to get things like Wither. So, to showcase it, got to make sure I do a real quick showcase to show you guys what it's like. I have a really basic, nice little 16 T16. It's not high rolled. There's no reason for that right now. I'm gonna go with we'll do Maven. Oh, we can't even do that. Sure. I'll just go with the top tree. I don't even remember what this is, but it's gonna be faster than the middle tree that I have. So let me run through this map real quick. We'll so you can see what it's like. The damage ramps, so it takes a little while. It's not as fast as you would hope, but it's there. Of course, this one has Harbinger in it. Whoops. Another thing to note is this isn't the tankiest, so there's possibilities of getting sideswiped here. You do have I do have capped elemental resist. I did lose some of my resist for chaos because of the way I've been setting it up. This just made this map a lot slower because everything's now got 80% extra gas resist. But anyway, um, we are 100% spell suppress, as well as the 63% damage suppressed. Because I do not have the life leech or the ES leech node. The reason I don't have that right now is because I didn't have a good way of getting my suppression up. So I'm not sure what's tankier. Uh, I'm sure that having the ES leech would be much better right now, but I'm making do with what I got. So we'll see. As you can see, though, the build in terms of clear, it's not terrible. It's getting the job done. And again, it's a very cheap build to put together. Really is. Okay. I guess we'll do the boss. Unfortunately, this is not a very good boss for showing damage or anything because he's got 3 phases. But he does do a lot of damage, so especially the beams. And there you go. Again, hope you all are having fun and looking forward to 326. We can all sit in the copium waiting room for that one. Uh, if you want, you're more than welcome to jump over to Twitch, give me a like and follow on this video, then go over there and hang out with me. I've been streaming every day for quite a chunk of time. I try to do it later in the evenings. I'll probably be going live. It's about 1300 right now. I'll probably go live somewhere around 1600 is usually what I do, and then I stream until the next day. Come hang out, listen to some old music. I like to listen to old video game music. Sometimes I listen to some rock, whatever floats your boat, right? And uh, follow me here, and I'll make sure that I'm a little more proactive with my videos. Again, appreciate y'all stopping by, and take care, and I'll see you in the next video.